Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ignorant Intellectual on Media. This is our 18th episode of Father and Daughter Top 100 Movies of All Time review. We are on number 18, which is Monsters, Inc., the Pixar Disney film, directed by Pete Decker and starring John Goodman and Steve Buscemi is in it. What is that guy's name? I keep forgetting names. I'm getting old. The guy from When Harry Met Sally. I'll remember it. Anyways, we'll put it down here. So basically this film, okay, I've seen pretty much every Pixar film, and there's two that rise to the top above all other ones, and that's Toy Story and Monsters, Inc. The reason why those two stand above the others is because of the ingeniousness of the person who thought the idea up about toys coming to life when kids and parents aren't around. All right, that's a very interesting concept. I don't know who thought that up, but a whole story surrounding that is it's a really good idea. And Monsters Inc. may even be a better idea, basically about a monster world that's on the other side of your closet door, where monsters come in and scare little kids. And that's the reason why they dream and think of monsters, is because they actually exist. And the reason why they're there is to scare them, so that their screams create electricity energy to run, the monster world, right? So you basically have a group of scarers, as they call it, which are monsters that go out of the closet or underneath the bed and everything, and then scare the children. The children scream. That creates energy that they capture in basically a big tube. Then they use that as electricity to run the city of monsters, right? So it's quite good. Another thing about it is that the actual monsters are more scared of the children than the children are of the monsters, because the children are thought of as toxic. If they touch you, if any of the things in the real world touch a monster, it could kill him. And they have a hazmat team standing ready every time they go in through the closet. So it's like, but basically this is when everything goes wrong, and then we see how good Pixar and the writers are when it comes to making a movie. And basically one of the kids actually gets through the door and into the monster world, and then we see all hell break loose. But the ending of it is even more clever than the whole thought of creating this type of monster world where monsters actually aren't mean and scary. They're just doing it because it's their job, right? But at the end, we find out that laughter is actually 10 times as strong as screaming is, and the world isn't toxic at all. It's just it's a myth, right? So, and you get some bad guys in this film. Steve Buscemi is one of the main guys, who's a bad guy, a monster who's actually a bad guy. So, but overall, it's an extremely good story. That and Toy Story are the two best stories that Pixar has come up with. I mean, there's other good films like Up, and WALL-E is another one that's really good. But these two are like the cream of the crop when it comes to Pixar movies. And I think Toy Story comes up a little bit later on in the list. And everybody did a great job in it. John Goodman as the main scarer, and his sidekick, Billy Crystal as Mike Wazowski, right? And Jennifer Tilly's in it as Mike Wazowski's girlfriend. She's a Medusa with snakes for hair, so that's kind of cute. And every time she's in a happy mood, the snakes are happy, and every time she's in a bad mood or an angry mood, the snakes are really mean too, right? So it's kind of funny. Anyways, the whole film is great, up there with, like I said, Toy Story. What did you think of the film?
Watching this movie as a child compared to now being an adult is like a whole different perspective, because as a child it's like an entertaining movie, it's funny in that, but watching it as an adult made me realize it is smart, because it makes kids think that the monsters that they're imagining that's in their closet and stuff, like to be less scared of them because they're simply just doing their job. So I think that's a really good way to convince them that, they're just there to do their job. They're not gonna eat you or anything. If anything, they're more scared of you than you are at them. So yeah, I love the part where Boo the blue, yeah,
Blue is the little girl that escapes through the door and gets into the monster world.
yeah, like when Boo brought, no, Boo is the kid.
Yeah.
Kitty is the monster. Kitty,
Well, that's what she calls.
but what's his name?
His name is
The blue big monster.
the big blue one that John Goodman plays.
Yeah,
Sully.
Sully. Yeah, when Sully tucked Boo back in her bedroom, she was showing him all these toys, and it featured some other Disney movie characters, which was really interesting.
Yeah,
like
had Woody in it.
yeah, and Nemo. Yeah, like that was really
Nemo.
funny.
Finding Nemo.
But overall, I love the ending, like showing that laughter is more powerful than their screams. And I really hope to see, like, I don't know, in the future, maybe them making a new movie, like a part two, where Sully meets maybe Boo's kid. I don't know, that'd be interesting. Like, Boo all grown up and Boo maybe explaining to her kid that, oh, Sully, that's my childhood friend, like, that'd be a good movie.
Well, you go back with Monster University. They did go back, and when Sully and Mike Wazowski meet each other in university, so you get the backstory of it. But it wasn't as good as Monsters Inc. There's an argument between Toy Story and Monsters Inc. It seems Pixar thinks Toy Story is a better story than Monsters Inc., or maybe it's easier to make sequels to it than Monsters Inc. is, because they've made four Toy Story films and they've only made 2 Monsters films. So, anyways, this is a great film. I would definitely put it on the top 100 list. I think, but if they're going to put animated films in it, they really need to introduce some of the great anime films, Akira or some of the Studio Ghibli films like Grave of the Fireflies. I don't know if they put any of those in it. I don't think they have. I think this is really American-centric with a few foreign films splattered in between, but it doesn't seem to get any Japanese films in here. So, but when it comes to animation, Pixar blew everybody away when they first started, and they were making some really great films. And then, Disney, such a big corporation, decided to they convinced Pixar to come under their umbrella, just like Studio Ghibli, actually. Studio Ghibli would put out their own films in America, but then Disney attached themselves to it and put them out with American actors doing all the dubs. And Studio Ghibli became even more successful. But basically, anything kid-oriented, it's really difficult to keep Disney away if Disney wants it, right? So, anyway, great film, top 100 easy. Other than maybe Toy Story, it's probably the greatest Pixar film of all time, and easily on the list. All right, so let's see what's underneath. We'll scratch this, see what's underneath. All right, so film number 18, Monsters Inc. from Pixar. Let's see what's underneath.
Oh, he's finally not covered.
Oh, it has the eyeball of Mike Wazowski, and then in the background you have the Sully character. So it's both of them together. It's funny because he's in the foreground. He's not being blocked by some sort of advertisement of an advertisement or whatever. So, so that's Monsters Inc. What's up next? Ooh, the Clint Eastwood film. Where do you go? Clint Eastwood film, $1 Million Baby, is up next from 2000, if I remember correctly. All right, so look forward to that in the near future. And if you like the videos, give us a thumbs up. Think about subscribing, and we will talk to you in next video. And you have a great night. Bye for now.
Bye.